immediately reinvesting it. Okay? Real world. This is how it is in the real world. We got money in our pocket. It's burning a hole in our pocket. We can't just leave it there. We got to reinvest it. All right.
Wow.
So, and it's the same for both
So
scenarios.
you have for each one at the right top corner. That is the rate
I don't
of
think they're
interest
gonna
as you
talk
get
at
the
all.
cost of capital,
This
right?
is the mortgage.
No, the right corner.
Yeah, the right
I
corner.
don't
Oh
mind
yeah,
talking.
this is the stated interest rate.
I
Okay,
don't think,
it's not an important number
I can't get
because
this.
all the information that goes behind the mortgage
I don't
is
think
all
he's gonna
put
let
into
them
it
talk though.
in these
I don't
figures,
think
right?
he know what he
And
knows.
then what
But
happens
the
if
one you use is
He gonna do a
actually
Marcos.
provided you.
for the discount rate? Yes, correct, absolutely. Not for the mortgage calculation,
I don't even think he know he did
for the
that.
discount rate.
That shit was
Tell me, based on the six numbers, what does this mean?
Okay,
Six is the number.
this is only half of our analysis. But
Let me
based
talk.
on all these figures right here, it's obvious.
Block him.
Again, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to maximize the value of our company because that makes us the most competitive. So we do a net present value for all these calculations separately. And look, 1.9 million, 2.063, 1.7. Which is the highest number? This, the Goliath. This mortgage instrument makes our company the most valuable today. Same thing for the retail space. This calculation right here, this number makes us the most valuable player. It makes us a more valuable company compared to any of the other instruments. So now we come up with another. Yes.
So when you calculate,
Michael.
can you calculate 2.06 million and 0.9 million for Golia?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
So when you calculate, you have a net present value, right?
Yeah. This number is the net present value of these. See, look.
After 10 years.
This right here is our cash flows. This is our income.
NOI. That's NOI.
No. Well, it's our after financing.
He just
Our
wanna make the
NOI
money
is right
now.
here.
I don't care.
Right there. That's what the property is producing in isolation of financing.
Right.
So then what do we need to do? Our mortgage costs us money. So the fees are here. The actual amortization and interest payments are here. And then cash out is here. Cash out includes at the end of 10 years when we sell the building, we have a balance. And we also have fees. And we're assuming a 4% closing cost on that. Okay?
So you do use the NOI, estimated NOI in the
Right here.
right?
This is our positive money. All these are negatives. All these are positive, negatives, positive right here.
Right.
Because this is money out, including the sale. And then this is the net.
That's net cash flow. The net cash flow
Correct.
divided by the
Net cash
NOI,
flow.
but also the actual equity when you refinance.
Correct. It's our net operating income with the influence of the financing that we do. Okay. Again, it's a lot of calculations, but here we have it in a very simple format.
Take
All
that
right.
out.
Let me ask you, did you guys understand what's the approach?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a very good approach.
You do have the NOI in the case
Of
study.
course.
And you do use the.
And I took full advantage of it.
You do use the interest rate. But
Absolutely.
what about the point? You also.
Of course, those are the fees.
The fees.
See, and you see on the mini perm, we got to do it every 3 years, so we get that 1.4% plus I think it's $5,000 for legal fees. It's all in there.
Hey, amortize.
Okay, we boiled down the whole entire info packet into these numbers. Okay, these are very important. Absolutely.
For the mini perm, you have 3 years, 3 years, 3 years.
Yes.
Right? And now here you have 10 years. How do you
Exactly.
rationalize?
And it's very simple because if we hold the property for 10 years under the mini perm, we hold it today, we refinance it today, 3 years. In 3 years, we refinance it. It costs us money. There's fees. But at the same time, since we're refinancing, we're pulling out equity from the previous because the value of the property changes. So we reconcile, we calculate all those figures and we reconcile it in the fees and in the equity we pull out. Okay? So it's all boiled into there.
I know, but
Situation's
you're going to
perfect.
have 3 mini perm plus 1 year.
Correct.
First year,
Right.
the fourth mini perm.
Correct. And see, if you see here on our fourth year, we're still doing the fees. Now, let's be honest. Is this, here's the thing. There is no perfect analysis, but this is the absolute best option that exists. by far.
You guys agree?
So if I was Glenn, what would I say? Bellini, me being Glenn, a very conservative person, what happens if the property doesn't accrue as much equity as you assume that it does?
That's a good question.
And what happens if
First of all,
when I
the
go to
equity-
finance?
One at a time. That's a very good question. How are we calculating the equity? How are we calculating the value of the property? That's an excellent question. Here, at the end, we have a sale event, right? And we are making an assumption here. What are we assuming? We have a pretty good pro forma based on the income, all right? Which is right here, which is provided for us by your staff. So your staff gave us these numbers. These are not numbers we made up. You guys gave it to us. Now, we have a cap rate today, right? And is the cap rate going to be the same in 10 years? Of course not. There's going to be variation. There will be, undoubtedly. But within a 10-year period, can we safely assume that the cap rate for a particular type of property, for a particular sub-market, is going to at least be similar? We can assume that. And let's be honest, if the cap rate changes, it's going to change for all three property types, for all three loan types. So it's not going to make much of a net difference. The numbers will be different, but what is highest and what is lowest will not be very different. So we are arbitrarily selecting that cap rate to be the value, to be the cap rate at year 10, but in terms of the comparison, it makes little difference. Is that clear?
I mean, you're relying on cashing out equity, let's say on a mini perm, on a 3-year basis, and dumping it into another investment.
Correct. And we're using the same cap rate for every single one. And is that really going to happen? Of course not. But as a means of comparison, it's solid. It's very good. So this is what we're doing, maxing out the
Pitbull
loans
and
value.
Piranha.
Is that, Michael, is that clear? Good.
Yeah, I just want to show you that one thing. Do you consider prepayment penalties for the?
Yes, we do. On if I remember correctly, the Goliath loan has a prepayment penalty which applies to this one. The other ones do not because of the time frame.
And a very aggressive prepayment.
It's not. It's about.
Already-
If I remember correctly, it's 2% because I think it was after 3 years. I think it goes down every 4. So we did consider. I don't remember exactly what it is. Again, I can send you the Excel sheet. There's a lot of numbers, but it is incorporated. Yes. We didn't miss any. That's what we do.
I'll confirm that. The life also required for the first 3 years, no prepayment penalty. But then a 5% prepayment penalty in year 4, declining by 0.5% over the
Exactly.
thereafter.
So by year 10, we're
Like
like
9%.
2% by year 10. So.
Okay.
So this is one scenario, and we boil down all the figures. So if you're going to maximize the loan, this is a no-brainer, no questions asked. Goliath loan is the way to go. Why? Because we're going back to the theme of this. We're maximizing our value. We're making this company a more valuable company. So there's another option.
Let me just stop here. Is there any, based on that statement, is there any disagreement or argument?
Yes, sir.
Are we looking to try and sell the company, or are we looking to try and run the company for as long as we possibly can with longevity?
As shareholders, as holders in the company, our goal is to maximize the value.
And hold the company.
These are instruments of investment.
But let's say I'm Michael. Let's say I'm Michael. I want to be able to give this company to my son like my dad gave to me.
Okay.
The whole point of the company isn't that I want to maximize
Let
value.
me ask you something. You want to give your son something more valuable or less valuable?
I want to give my son something more sustainable.
But the family business has always been.
Let me ask you. When you make your company more valuable, what are you doing? You're becoming a better player in the market. You're becoming a more powerful investor in the market. You're making it so that the people that are in the market that have something to offer you, they know this is the guy. This is the best guy in the game. Let's take it to him first and offer it to him. They know that you're the best decision maker in the game, so they're going to take it to you. Let the rest of the people, fight for second place.
The problem.
Our goal is to be number 1.
But the problem that I see, especially with the mini firm, is that I don't want to be known as the #1 guy. A lot of
You don't want to be the most,
certainly
you don't
not.
want to make the most money and be the most valuable company?
No.
Okay, let's rank.
Let me finish talking. Is that it expressed in the case study that there were a lot of companies in the early 90s that fell by the wayside because they were over leveraged. And they were the companies that were making more money in times of plenty. And in times of famine, they were the ones who disappeared. I want to be the company that, you know, the turtle company. Slow and steady wins the race.
Fair enough.
I don't necessarily want to stick my neck out too far and then get it chopped off.
Fair enough. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. And that's a very good question you're asking. Are you Glenn? That's an excellent question you're asking, Glenn. And let me tell you, let me compliment you. The only reason the Bowling Group exists is because you've had that sense. You're very good at what you do, and I appreciate being able to sit here in front of you. So,
With no socks on.
we also analyze this based on a 50% loan to value. But let me ask you a question. Well, let me actually first make a statement. The guys who went bust, it's not because they were necessarily over leveraged. It's because they were leveraged wrong. So, if your assets
When you say the leverage is wrong at the wrong time,
in the wrong assets and in the wrong formula, they were not spreading the risk correctly. So here's
Diversifying the portfolio.
This is what is fantastic about this assessment that we're doing. Okay, you invest in a property, and you got $200 in, you know, whatever it is in the bank. You're not gonna leave it in the bank. You're not just gonna leave it sitting there. You're not, because it's gonna burn a hole in your pocket. It's not producing. It's losing money because of inflation. You don't want that money there. You want to reinvest it. So here's what we're doing here. That excess money that you have, whatever it might be,